Hey everyone, I'm Mark,
And I'm Alex.
and this is Final Stop for Final Fantasy Talks. Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. So for this episode, we're going to continue story, go to Giza Plains. Dalan, we got to go back to that guy. We got to finally talk to him, do some bizarre stuff, and then just go into the palace. So putting this together, we're like, again, the chests, we're not going to really go about. By all means, go and pick them up along the way. I usually do, especially if it's just kind of in my direct path. There is a blind here, and again, these spells, they're only in certain chests, and that's like the only way to get them.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting the way that is because in the old version, the original version, you could just buy a bunch of these, but
Right.
not so much anymore. And this one is blind. That's the spell that's found. I don't know exactly which chest it is, but in this area.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go into detail. It'd be way too hard to describe. So
Yeah.
just, look it up. All right, so enemies, though. There's actually quite a bit of enemies. You might not encounter very many of these. You're going to definitely encounter lots of hyenas all over the place. And the rabbits. The rabbits you can steal the drab wool from, which we'll get to. We've also talked about the other items that we can get from the other enemies, so we're going to bounce back to that and the bazaar when we talk about that. But there's some other ones, man. And there's like these weird owl creatures.
That's a good way to describe them. I was thinking, like, how the heck do I describe these? Yeah, they're basically these huge owls that are just walking around, and you'll hear them stomping. They make a ton of noise and
Yeah.
definitely very weird looking. And speaking of weird looking, do you want to try and describe the next one?
Well, in that last one, I think we forgot, man, it was Urstrix, I guess, Urstrix.
Yeah,
And
sorry,
so,
but yeah, Urstrix was the name of that one, the owl looking.
yeah. This one, I don't even know, man. It's like a dinosaur's face, and it says it's like a 5-year-old's drawing, man. Like, when you draw people and it was just like arms and legs coming out of the head. That's like
It's
what
all
this
legs.
is. Yeah, it's just
It's all
all legs. Legs.
Yeah,
It's like
but I agree.
a
It's
root creature, man. But it's
it,
like a
it looks
dinosaur. Kind of
these
looks
just
like
two
Sin,
giant
man. Like
legs.
Sin from 10, like the
Yeah,
head. It kind of looks like that,
yeah.
And then just two massive pillar legs growing out of its
hmm
head, and then there you go. That's what the creature looks like. I think it even has
Yeah,
shell on his back.
that one is also the name too, Slaven.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. This one, name not so unique, Wild Snake, but
What kind
love
of
the
snake is
design
it?
on this.
That's a
I
wild
guess it's a
snake,
wild
man.
snake, man.
Watch
It's the
out.
one in the desert, yeah. Um, but it's kind of a rare one. You only find this in one place in the Giza Plains. It has actually a decent item to get via drop or steal, but I mean, you'll know it when you encounter the wild snake.
Is this next one
Told
Slapner?
you.
Sleepner?
Sleep near.
Slipnir?
I don't know.
Man, this
It's
is
an attempt.
actually pretty fun talking about 12 because we are introduced to a lot of new, enemy models, like a lot of kind of just brand new ones. I don't
hmm
imagine a horse and then kind of maybe a unicorn, but rather than a horn, it's like a giant curved blade coming out of its forehead. I mean, I just don't even know it. It's like armor plated, but that's like its skin. This thing's nuts, man.
Yeah, it is kind of like a unicorn sort of thing. It's like an armored Pegasus, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
hard to explain
no
these things, to
wings,
be
and it's
honest.
like
Yeah.
just this giant. It's like those, what was it? Like those Middle Eastern swords that were kind of curved, I guess, and it's like one of those
hmm
coming out, dude. It's nuts.
Kind of
Alibaba
looks like
sword.
yeah, like bayonets or something like that. Little
Yeah,
short swords all on its mane. Is a pretty. I mean, again, like it's hard to describe these because these enemy designs are really really cool, and it's kind of nice that this area too has a lot of variety relative to areas that we've seen so far.
yeah. Seriously, I mean, there's what 1, 2, 3, 4. We got like 6 new
Yep.
enemies, 7. This last one though, man, this one's fun. So Jin on the way there, it was kind of near him that you'll encounter these, and you'll know it when you see them. The werewolves. These guys, oh man. You actually get warned about them, I think, by like a tooltip or a hint or something. I don't know, but like they will knock you out, man. These guys are dangerous. They'll one
I
shot
think
you
they're like
easily.
Yeah, I think they're like level 26. It warns you, and if you go over there and get KO'd, it's pretty much a game over. So
Yeah,
it
and,
just
and
teaches
dude,
you.
these guys look pretty nuts, man. They are pretty
Yeah, they're
intimidating.
intimidating.
They're kind of almost like a behemoth model,
They
just
look
on
like
a
a
smaller
behemoth.
and
Yeah.
but a werewolf. It's like the first
hmm
one is called werewolf, and it pretty much is like this throughout the other models as well, kind of just the form and stuff. And yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. I've even been brave, like on some of the ones where, I've actually kind of grind. I did all the hunts here up to this point. I have Pinello. We're kind of decked out in the best gear we could possibly get. Going over there, and it's like, nope, instantly turn around. Pinello died instantly. It's like, no way, can't happen. There's like 2 or 3 of them too over there.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch, and they just do way too much damage. So there's no way, pretty much, that I know of, unless you just power level like crazy around the area, and I guess just freaking grind for hours and hours and hours. But other than that, you don't have the equipment, you don't have the weapons or anything to be able to beat those guys. So just steer clear. But you basically you find this little area with another save crystal in the south, and that's also where we find Jin, who I guess has hurt his ankle.
Yeah, he's just like chilling by a save crystal. And he's like, I hurt my ankle. And he gets up, he stomps on it. Oh, my ankle hurts, so I stomp on it. And he's like, nope, doesn't feel good. He's like standing on it. You're crouching down. Look, man, I have hurt my ankle. Seriously. I've had surgery on my ankle. I don't want to crouch down on it and stomp it onto the ground. I think this kid's fibbing.
Listen, Jenny boy, get man up.
I'll give you a swirly, punk.
Come on. You're faking.
You're faking, man.
Here. And so basically, that just we have to be the errand boy, I guess, at this point. So we got to charge up this dark stone. And, luckily it's not too difficult. Basically, there's all these other crystals. We've kind of seen them. These giant glowing crystals are basically like glowing gold. And you just take the sunstone over to it and just press X next to them.
We were talking while we were playing through this for the YouTube video. And if you haven't checked those out yet, go there. We kind of just release them, periodically in between or with these episodes. It's been a lot of blast, but, it seems like they kind of make you get 3. It seems like it's completely random percentages. It's just like way out there. It'd be kind of interesting to look it up. I didn't, but some of it is wild, man. I remember one of our charges was pretty high. It was like, whoa.
We got up to like 99.
Yeah, with 2 charges. Yeah, 2 charges, 99. It was
did
nuts.
Make us do the 3rd charge. Yeah, like you said, I kind of feel like that's built in as well.
Yeah,
but
just to make you walk around the area, I imagine. Like, hey, go. They're encouraging you to go and fight and level up. And get LP and all that.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of chests, of course. You can get gil, you can get potions, Phoenix Downs. Not too many special chests around here, except for that blind one. Like what you said, you basically just get a bunch of LP, level up.
All right, well, head back to Jin. He's like, oh, I feel better now. Yeah, okay, dude. Like, we were all gone, but like 5 minutes. Seriously, 5 minutes, and now you're feeling better. Whatever. He also makes up the story, which now I'm kind of maybe believing him, but I don't know. It seems a little far-fetched, where him and his homeboys were playing a game to see who could get closest to a werewolf. What are you doing? You guys are morons, man. Are you kidding me? You're little children.
They run pretty fast too. I mean, that's the thing. The werewolves do. So I don't know why, why they're playing that kind of a game. Seems like they're just playing with fire. But yeah, I mean, those little kids don't stand a chance and we get just smashed into oblivion.
Yeah, nuts. Well, you do just gotta go back. Actually, it takes you there. The cutscenes kind of run together. It teleports you to the I guess mom or whatever. And so you get the Sunstone. So now I'm Ron Vatsbane of the Sunstone Kingdom. I mean, this dude's just getting all kinds of names here, man. He's doing all kinds of feats.
I wonder if a sunstone is as valuable as a diamond.
Yeah. These kids going around laboring all day just to... What's the point? Like, what are they even doing with these? Like, we like to take them and make our rocks shine, son.
Is it like a ruby? I don't know.
It's like, guys, look around. This is why you have one tent in your little encampment. Like, let's change our industry here. No one wants these things.
These are unethically sourced sunstones. We can't take these.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Well, we need to return to Dalan, right? We got what he needed. As you kind of approach, I think it's once you go into Low Town, and as you approach his door, a cutscene starts where Pinello... She's just kind of like, like, hey, Vaughn, I had a good time, and all that. And he's like, yeah, me too. And she kind of gets on him like, hey, I see you're starting to do a lot of criminal stuff. Just stop, all right? Because if you go to jail, who's going to take care of us? He's got a great line here, man.
Oh, she's sitting there. She's like, if you go to jail, who's gonna take me out to dinner anymore?
Yeah.
Dang it. Oh yeah, they had a nice little date. They made sunstones and killed a bunch of hyenas.
Yeah,
So, it's always fun.
slaughtered animals, wild animals. I had fun today, Vaughn. As I'm covered
Yeah,
in
right.
blood.
I
Uh,
know. Seriously.
but yeah, Vaughn, he's like, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. It's like, dude, you're literally about to go and break into a palace. You're most likely gonna get arrested. Let's be real.
Yeah. Dude acts like it's his choice.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
going
like, we'll
anywhere.
see what happens. So he kind of, gives us the lowdown on the deets of how to sneak in.
Hey, man, you know that door on the right where Von Rotsbane goes to kill his rats? Ha! Decoy! The left door is the secret
Ooh.
door. Haven't you even looked that way, idiot? I mean, like, guys, are you kidding me here? This is the guarded secrets. There's only two
Oh
doors.
man. Very tricksy.
Very,
Very tricksy. The left door. Oh, I didn't think of that. There's two doors. Which one do I take? I like the way he says too. He goes, the right door leads to Van Rutsbane's hunting ground, or something like that. His
yeah.
training ground with his accent.
Oh man,
So yeah,
smoking
this
his
is
hookah. He's a crazy guy. So he does give us the lowdown though, right? So the stone unlocks like a seal or something, so that's why we needed it. And then we get like this seal of a lion, and we gotta basically just lets us know we have to activate it and know what to do. And he basically also lets us know you're most likely gonna get arrested, man. You're probably not coming back. you know?
Yeah, exactly. He says he's like, and just know that if you get caught, then you're gonna spend the rest of your very short life rotting in the Nalbina dungeon.
Yes.
So he gives them fair warning. It's like, yeah, think of what we're about to do. We're gonna break into the royal palace.
Yeah, I mean
Okay,
seriously. It
we
in
don't
in
even know what's
trying
in there.
like in the treasury room at that, like
Yeah,
to a well guarded area.
he's thinking he's gonna get like gold or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's nuts. Yeah, well, and it's begs the thought too. Like, Dalan, who are you, man? Like, how do you know this stuff? No, I mean the left door thing. Okay, whatever. But like the other stuff, he's like, use this seal, go there, walk 2 paces to the right, knock, say clook-a-doo, and this door will open. This dude's done this before, man.
Yeah, we don't actually know too much about Dalan, do we? I think you can maybe get some backstory from NPCs around. And then you get this short scene. So I think this is a short scene,
Yeah,
with
yeah, I
with
believe
that
so.
captain basically. It's the same guy that we saw way back when you were in control of Rex at the very beginning of the game. That other
Rex.
captain, not Vosh.
Yeah, and it's just like him and a few soldiers. It's really short. They're just kind of running, saying get in position, stuff like that. And last thing, kind of in that scene, you just see like some hooker he brought in. I mean, I don't know how much he paid for her, but that skirt is so short. Like it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, "Lad, let's go check out the sewer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is
come with me,
really nice down
babe.
here."
Check out the sewer with me. Watch your
Yeah,
step.
yeah, right. Yeah, so regardless, you head over to that same spot where you did the rat hunting, of course, and you see good old Kites over there trying to pick the lock.
Yeah, he's there to help you out. Like I guess Dallin got to him. He picks the lock for us. He's struggling with it. He gets it, and then this kid, I don't know where he has, where's he stashing this stuff, but he gives us 2 potions and 4 eye drops. It's like thanks,
Yeah,
guy. There
that's
you go.
pretty sweet.
Ruffle his head. Thanks, little bro.
Yeah, but like I love it when he's that little part where he's trying to unlock it. It's like, huh, huh, herp. Like,
yeah,
dude, what are
yeah.
you doing? What's so difficult about this? It's like, oh my god, this is a really difficult
Ah,
pick to lock or lock to
yes,
pick.
dude. It's he's got it though. So hey, man, who knew Kites is good at picking locks? Good kid
I
to have
guess
around.
so.
All right. We're just going to pause real quick. Let's talk about the bazaar, though, right? Because as we've been going around to these areas, and as you will, eventually we'll get drops of different items, much like we've talked about, like wolf pelt, the cactus fruit, the small feather. You'll be able to get the drab wool, right? So these things, you'll get this, and then as you sell it, like as soon as you hit like a certain number of that, you'll unlock something in the bazaar, and as you back out of selling, you'll be like, you unlock things in the bazaar, and you go and take a look. Pretty cool idea, man. I mean, this was like
Hmm.
it was a pretty fun thing because especially if you don't ever look it up, and especially in the original version way back then, if you didn't have the strategy guide, you would kind of just be in the dark, and every time you'd sell stuff, you'd kind of like back out, hoping like, "Ooh, am I going to get something else unlocked?" You know, it was actually kind of like a fun thing.
Yeah, it really was. Like every time you'd go and you'd be selling loot, you'd sell like everything you have. And then, like you said, you back out and you get this little ting, like chime noise
Yeah,
that tells you that, and a little message comes up like new bazaar goods have been unlocked. It's interesting. There are some things that are completely unique to the bazaar. You can only get them through or through selling these loot items and then buying it. We're talking a lot of like ultimate weapons too, and
yeah,
even weapons that you will be able to buy, but you can get even earlier than normal if you know the items to get. It's kind of cool because, like this first one, for example, if you get the two cactus fruit, which really shouldn't be that bad because of all the cactites and the Easter sand, you can sell those, and then it unlocks potion pack, which is just potion times two. And you might be thinking, well, that's not unique. You can just get potions, but you actually get a little discount on this as well.
yeah.
So there's kind of another bonus to that.
Yeah, and that's what I thought about putting prices on all this stuff, but it's gonna be too much because there is a lot of bizarre things. We're gonna
Hmm.
keep it to really pretty much what we can even get at this point. But yeah, I mean, exactly like you said, it's only two potions, it's nothing special, but it's cheaper than would it be if you just bought two potions. You get a discount. So it's like, yeah,
Exactly.
why not? You may as well do that if you plan on buying more potions. Just kind of like the next one, antidote set. Two drab wool. We just went to Giza Plains. You could have gotten that. Sell those. You get three antidotes.
And so a lot of these are one time, unfortunately. So you might be thinking, oh, I can just go keep getting potions at a discount. Unfortunately, no. There are a few things I believe that are recurring. If you keep getting the required items, the required loot, you can keep buying them. But a lot of these are one time. So you just get the items, you buy them. But those are, these are all really nice to get off right off the bat. And they're really easy to get too, because you also have Tail of the Phoenix, which is Phoenix down times two. And that's just the three small feathers, which you can get off the cockatrices.
Yeah, and I mean, especially I mean, Phoenix Downs. I think they're like 100 gil, and so I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Hmm.
not cheap, and two of them. That's good to have at this point because
Yeah.
if you're kind of like me, I like to utilize like the full effect of a potion, right? Trying to minimize the overhealing, so to speak, and so I'll oftentimes take it a little low, and then yeah, I get caught a lot, man. Some creature will just bust off a move and take me out every once in a while. So
Hmm.
Phoenix Downs, nice to have. There's one more we could get, and it's pretty hilarious names. Unassuming surcoat. That's unassuming. You know what I
I just love that term too. It's like it's a surcoat.
mean?
It's like,
Yes.
why are you wearing that in battle? No. So
Yeah.
it turns out to be a chromed leather, which is pretty decent. I'm actually not even sure if you can buy that yet, to be honest. So this is a good example of one of those ones you can get a little bit earlier than you normally could. Not too hard to get either. Wolf pelt times two and an earth stone, just one of those.
That's pretty much it. Some of these items are used for other things, but we won't be able to collect more items that we would need to get other bizarre items. So we just kind of wanted to finish, or dive into that a little bit, kind of start this off before they start really building up on us. But man, it's a really cool system. I really like it. And something we actually didn't really talk about after the Thextera hunt is that as you got to go back to Gatsley to turn it in, right? And then if you talk to him again, or maybe it is when you turn it in, he says to like stop by his store in, well, what is it, like the alley or whatever that area
Hmm.
is.
Yeah, I think it's in the bazaar area.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, it's that spot where you saw like literally at the very beginning. Well, with Vaughn, the very beginning of the game in Dalmasca. That's where it's at.
If you go back to him, I think it's just got to progress the story a little bit. He will give you an interesting item, and we're gonna go and talk about these now. I mean, even though you would have to return a little bit later in order to get this item, but they're called Forgotten Grimoires, and dude, these are like really interesting but incredibly expensive.
Yeah, they are. So these are pretty cool, like you said, because these do not get unlocked based on loot. These get unlocked on other parameters, such as for this one, the parameter was just finishing that hunt, talking to Gatsley, and then progressing a certain amount in the story.
Right?
Other ones, it's like, talk to an item shop owner 20 times, talk to a weapon shop owner 50 times, things like that. So you can actually get them right off the bat, or at least have access to a lot of them right off the bat if you know how many times to talk to all these shop owners. but they're really expensive. I mean, this one, the very first one, is 18,000 gil, which probably not going to have at this point.
No.
And it's kind of questionable as to whether it's worth it, really. I mean, you do want to get these as early as possible, and we'll explain why, but they're just so expensive, it's a little hard to get them early.
Yeah. I would say what we probably made up to this point, when we played our game, we probably made maybe like 1,000 to
Yeah,
maybe
like
2,000 gil,
1,300.
I would
Yeah,
say.
somewhere around there.
And so 18,000, that'd be nuts. And then kind of to your point, I mean, while this is very needed, dude, I mean, we need gear, we need spells, we need so much stuff in 18,000. We can't just save up, not buy anything with all that money, and that'd just be a lot of extra grinding as well. I mean, remember,
Yeah,
wolf pelt sells
yeah,
for like what, 40 gil again? That's a
yeah,
lot of
exactly. It'd
pelts.
be it'd be a lot of
I'm a
grinding,
fur
exactly.
tradesman now.
I guess one thing is this could actually help you get your money back in a little way because what these actually do. So when you do actually get the 18,000 gil, you get the key item, Hunter's Monograph, which when you go look at it says that it's essentially just increases the odds of getting rare items from the based or avian type enemies. Like I said, it's good to get these. You tend to get the rare items a lot more, especially if you build up a big chain. But it's kind of not, especially with the early enemies. There's not a whole lot of rare items to get from them, so it's not something that you really need to get right off the bat. I'm not sure how. It's been a while since I've actually gotten this item and I played through, but I think it also you start getting weird items like Arcana as drops as well.
I believe that's
That's
like
the
after you collect a certain number of them and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, while getting some of these rare things is nice if you do, like, what they unlock really isn't even kind of, like, you wouldn't be able to get it right now anyways. So, if you were to save up your first 18,000 just to buy this, I feel like you're missing out on a lot of gear and skill and magic upgrades for a small gain. Now, we are gonna try to buy these as soon as possible because, yeah, I mean, if every time you go and fight beast and avians, you have an increased chance, like, you want to get that early because you're gonna be fighting them a lot, right? So better
Mhm.
chances and all that. So, man, all right, here we are, the Garamsythe waterway. This place is like a giant aqueduct sewer. I guess this is a sewer. I mean, this is a lot of water for a sewer.
Yeah, it kinda is more like a Roman aqueduct slash sewer, I guess. I'm not really sure, but apparently it doesn't bother Vaughn's senses all that bad because he doesn't have any problem just coming down here, running around, killing the rats, all that kind of stuff. And
Someone's
that's
gonna
pretty
do
much pest control, pest control.
it's
But
control.
that's pretty much like right off the bats, it's just a linear pathway along the waterway there. You're just gonna get the same kind of like radioactive rats, all of those guys again.
Yeah.
They're a little bit stronger, I guess. They're no longer
Some
they're
are.
two
I mean,
hit
they're just higher
killers.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're a couple levels higher, I believe, or at least maybe
yeah.
one or two. And you got me going on the pest control, man. If we ever go and we need a new company, and listeners, you better not steal this idea, man. But if we start a pest control company, we gotta name it Von Rotsbane. Is what we gotta do.
Dude.
Von Rotsbane's Pest Control.
Oh, that would be great. Or like Garamsythe pest control or something like that too. Great.
No rat too big. No
Yeah.
bat too small. No, I mean, that's all it's in here, dude. They love this area. Rats and bats. That's just anytime you get into this, just think rats and bats. Because that's all you're going to be fighting.
Oh,
It's hysterical.
and what's really funny too when you think about it is the rats, they're early. Like you don't get a whole lot, like we'll see what happens, but the bats, oh, get used to bats in this game. Let me just say that, okay? The bats never go away. There's like every time there's a cave or a mine or something like that, you're gonna be fighting bats. So
Yes.
this area, it's just the stealing is the name of it. Nothing particularly cool
This one
about them at
is.
this point.
This one does not represent the bat's true nature. No, I mean, dude, like
Yeah,
it's
you have
it's
no
actually
idea.
pretty easy. But can we talk about why like the ceiling's like 200 feet high and the bats are down here at the bottom? Like, what is going on
I
here with
don't
these?
know. It's crazy, crazy like aqueduct, huh?
Yeah, all the
I
creatures on
mean,
the
like you said,
ground,
it's a
bats,
huge tunnel.
Oh, it's hysterical. Well, yeah, so here we go. We got Ichthon or something, I guess. Ichthon?
Yeah, yeah.
Gosh, what are they?
They're like
Fish?
the Sahagins in this game.
That's a good
kind
one.
of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's what I think they are. I
Water
think there's
creature.
a version exactly. But you're right. I mean, they just look like these fish that are floating around, kind of like levitating about 5 feet up above
Yeah,
the
I
water for some
don't know
reason.
how you're
But
doing that, but whatever. I mean, that's
right,
classic Final Fantasy though, where there's
yeah,
always been stuff that just floats. And it's like, how is that
yeah.
happening?
Yeah, and you see these guys after you probably gotten through like about 3/4 of this place. Yeah, they're around the water and everything. But there's a really interesting rare game that we have to talk about, and this one's kind of cool because pretty much the first one that you're normally gonna come across,
Yeah,
randomly if you do. So this one's called a razor fin. It's basically the same model as the ichthons. Kind of rare chance, 10% chance. And but I did read that it increases up to 40% when four of the ichthons actually spawn.
you will encounter him, and it will be kind of. He's not like incredibly dangerous, but you will be like, whoa, what's going on? Like sometimes you don't know that some rare spawn are rare spawn because it's a new enemy you've never encountered. So you might just be like, oh, I'll go and hit him, do. Then suddenly you're like dying. You're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Hope,
exactly.
hopefully you do encounter them, just because it's always fun encountering rare spawn. It's very linear. I mean, you'll just follow the paths. I mean, there's some like little kind of side paths here and there that lead to treasure. There's a remedy like kind of up one of the stairs, kind of only the most notable one here. But as you go into like the next screen, you get this pretty sweet cinematic, man. You got this, I don't know, this duo. They're just like flying on this hover bike, they're like, this thing's loud, man. Okay, I'm hearing the noises myself. How are none of these soldiers hearing this?
Yeah, they're like
Swooshing and swooshing all over.
it's like no,
What
it is
was
kind of
that?
funny though.
That is the wind, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then basically, they're just cruising along, and then it's almost like they kind of like skid to a stop. The guy on the back jumps off and then does this little stance. He's like, hmm.
And wait, meanwhile, like the bunny lady on the bike is just staring at you. I mean, oh my gosh, man, it's ridiculous. We're back at Vaughn though. Before you start that previous scene, you go up some stairs, and it's like past the point of no return kind of a deal. It gives you that message. So you do that. Now you enter into the palace, and you're just like in a storage room. I don't know. It's like, man, this is a secret entrance. It just leads to a storage room. It's
Yeah,
a pretty
pretty
large
much.
door in the floor. It's quite obvious.
And right off the bat, I think you've got like the map is right there, is it not?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And a
you've
save
got so you
crystal.
got the map of the palace, and it doesn't really show you much because there's not really too much to see. But after you get out of that, you can talk to some NPCs, these little like servants and people like that for the palace. And there's actually a whole bunch of really nice treasure chests here, like right off the bat. You got an elixir as one, which is awesome.
Yeah,
And dude, do you remember this in the original? One of these chests was one of those ones you couldn't get for the Zodiac Spear
yeah,
in the original.
yeah. It was.
So
And I can never
luckily,
remember
that's
which
not a
one,
thing.
so I usually just didn't touch anything because I can never remember all the way.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, well, walk and talk, do that fun kind of stuff. And if you try to move forward, you won't be able to. There's like a guard. He's very politely treating us servants, I guess. He just says that we're the cleanup crew for the party. Don't step out of line. And it's like, oh, all right, yes, Your Highness. So we're just, we're the help, man.
Yeah. And I mean, we might even get some food. Who
He
knows?
had some table
Because
scraps.
we're pretty
Here you
hungry
are,
here.
street rat.
Yeah, and that's actually what happens too. So if you try to go to the stairs, you get turned away by the guard, and then the little like pig person or whatever over there is like, huh? What's that boy doing? It's like you go over, you talk to her. It's like, wait a minute. I know what you're doing. You're hungry.
Yes, you're hungry. Oh, don't try to hide it, lad. And it's
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
don't you see these rock hard abs, lady? I'm cutting, okay? I'm in my cut routine.
Do I look like I'm malnourished?
She says not to worry, and she teaches us how to yell. How nice of her. Because
Yeah, I know. This is the technique. It's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You call the guard over here. I'll distract him, and then you run up the stairs.
and you run by
And
him, he'll
so,
never see it.
yeah. So it gives you this little tutorial, which is really funny because it's only like this one part in the game, or like, okay, this isn't the only part that you do this kind of
No,
thing,
but it's pretty unique
very
in this
rare.
part, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's a pretty unique one.
Yes, exactly. So it's like press square to call the guard. So you do that. Hey, Buckethead.
Hey, Bucket. Car comes over. He's like, "What'd you say?" And I mean,
Yeah.
so the pig lady, she's just gonna take a beating for us, I guess, to sneak up ahead. But dude, you can actually get pretty close. I mean, he will. If you get too close, he will say and be like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" And then you just have to kind of
Does
restart
he?
it. But
Yeah.
the passable distance though is still so close to it's like, dude, how did you not see us just run right by you?
Well, that's exactly it. The funniest thing is, so basically, as he's walking over to the pig lady, you can just literally run around him as he's walking over. He doesn't say anything. And it's like, oh, hold on a second there, boy. You can't.
Yeah,
But
nothing.
it's
Nothing at
just,
all. Lets you go, dude. So funny.
yeah. It's funny because you go up there and it's basically more of this. You just kind of like have to pull these guards around. And Vaughn has all of these preset things. So it's not only, hey, Buckethead, it'll be like, hello, or,
Hello.
something like that.
You know, we joke about it. I think everyone probably jokes about this because the logic is just so stupid, man. Hey, Buckethead. All right, what's that lad doing there? Get him, lads. And they all go charge. And then you run around the corner, and then they stop. Oh, where'd he go? He's all the way down
Yeah.
there. No, we can't do it. He's too far. We can only stay in this hallway.
Yeah, exactly. And just to kind of explain, so this area right here, it's funny that you have like a series of like a grid almost. In these hallways, you've got little groups of like three guards. To get where we need to go to find the lion signet, we have to move all of these guards around to get to that location, to get to that hallway. And so, yeah, like what you were just saying, you call them to the end. They stop at the end of the hallway every single time and they just continue their conversation.
Yeah. It's like, man,
It's like, what?
his
Where is he?
corner's too fast. We can't catch him, lads.
Oh, I can't catch the boy.
Yeah, dude, it's
He's got
hysterical.
abs.
So you'll bucket head and hello your way to victory. You'll get the line floor symbol. It'll show like some light behind a wall. You'll get to that wall and it'll be a door. So you go into it. Door closing is like, hey, watch it. Dude, what do you mean? It's an it's an
Yeah, I love
automatic
that
door,
part.
man. No one did that, man. It's not animate. Like it's not alive. It's a small room, but I mean, you'll go to the door probably first. Nothing's there, so if you just follow the walls, you'll just all of a sudden get like an exclamation point. So you'll hit action, and then it's like there's a secret switch here. So this one, there's no actual indication for. So he makes it into the treasure room, man. You hear him grunting, huh, huh, huh.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, gosh, what are you doing, man? Like, and
Yeah,
then
both him and Kites, they have a really hard time.
he doesn't even have anything in his hands. It's like that's what you make when you walk around, man. Goodness gracious, are you in pain? Like what's going on? And so,
Yeah.
dude, there's coins, necklaces, jewels, like you see all kinds of stuff. This boy doesn't have one thing in his pockets. Like what is wrong with him?
Yeah, I know. Come on, man. You gotta hurry up. And there's just too many things to get. But this is kind of a cool little scene here. You get some kind of like eerie, mysterious music starting in the background as just randomly this statue, it kind of looks like
It's like a
I don't know, I'm not
mannequin,
gonna venture
kind
to
of just
guess,
like
but
a woman statue is
yeah,
what it
like
looks
like
like.
a goddess, exactly,
Yeah.
like a goddess statue. And her face, like the face actually kind of like opens up to reveal this really crazy, beautiful crystal.
Yeah, the thing's huge, man. I mean, he grabs it, it's
Yeah.
like fills his whole hand. It's like, I mean, it clearly looks like it's secret or something. Why in the world it opened up? Who knows? Maybe it's on sensor, like the toys in the toy store. You walk in front and they start dancing. So who knows? Maybe it was something like that. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, so we have those two that they come in that we saw earlier on the hover bike, and basically it's like, "That's a nice little trinket that you have there." And it's like, "Don't even think about taking this." So
yeah,
can't exactly
he's like,
remember
it's
how the
mine.
flow
He's
went.
like, and when I take it from you, it'll be
Yes.
mine, is what he
Thank
says.
you. Yes. And it's like, "Well, the heck are you guys anyways?" It's like, "I'm the leading man. Who else?"
Yes, he's very butler like.
Yeah,
It's
his posh English accent.
the hoverbike crew, man, they're here. There's like greasers, snapping their fingers. What you got there, kid? I believe what you got is mine. They're ready
Yeah,
to
we're gonna
fight.
steal it.
Yeah. You steal it, we're gonna steal it from you. And so, not really time. There's like an explosion or something loud happens, and so it grabs attention. And this little, Von kid, He's out the door. Hey, man, congrats to him. He had the sense. He's like, I'm out of here, man. I'm going to use this distraction to my advantage. He books it out the back door, and man, it's time to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. There's like a war break or a battle breaking out, I should say. This is kind of the part that we were talking or we saw earlier with the people in the waterway earlier.
Yeah, so they're like fighting some soldiers. They're all down there. It looks like we're gonna assume probably like the rebellion, like they're insurgents. It's probably like the guerrilla fighters from Dalmasca that we're still loyal to our country. Kind of a deal. And so they're down there fighting. But dude, crazy point. One of these airships come in. This one's like a giant battleship kind of looking one, right? And it just fires these massive cannons down. These guys are in hand-to-hand combat. They're not in, like, ranks or anything. Like, you're literally killing your own soldiers, man.
Yeah, I know they're all like fighting one-on-one and they just decimate everybody.
Got 'em,
Exactly.
lad. Our
Yeah.
soldiers are fodder. Who cares?
Yeah. So meanwhile, Vaughn is still running and everything like that, and you get to this point, you get this whole scene and everything where the guy from before catches up to him and he's like, "Stop running!" as Vaughn just continues to keep trying to run away with his nice new treasure and all of that kind of stuff, and then lo and behold, right behind this mysterious guy, you have a whole bunch of imperial soldiers. So now it's like, all right, we got to get out of here, seriously.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we all need to. And, obviously they're not willing to kill Vaughn. It looks like they want the stone. It looks like they're here for the stone, but they're not willing to kill him. And so they just take him instead. They all get onto that little hover bike, man, flying away, trying to do it. It's clearly not meant for, I guess 3 people. I mean, I don't know, but it's just funny. It's like, what's wrong? She's like, it's not heating me. It's just like, oh
Yeah,
no, it's not heating me. It's not listening.
it's not heating her. And then you have that warship just blow up this massive freaking hole in the ground that they just so happen to crash
Thanks,
into,
Chief. As we
luckily.
fly in,
Yeah.
I got him. He owed me one more favor. And yeah, no, I mean, exactly. Like how convenient that was because, we were going down and we were going to definitely explode. I mean, come
Vaughn's
on.
hanging off the side and everything, yeah, and then the guy's like holding on to him, trying not to lose the crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, grabbing
Yeah.
Vaughn's hand, grabbing the crystal. So yeah, can't kind of
Yeah, it's
gotta
like,
save
let go of
both.
me. It's like, let go of me. Keep this up, and I will.
What? Telling
Some
you to let
classic
go of
lines.
me?
Yeah,
Ask one more
seriously.
time.
It's like, dude, you're hanging on an edge here. You're about to freaking fall like 100 feet.
Yeah, well, he's not the brightest tool in the shed. We've already established that quite
Oh,
early
yeah,
in
I
the
didn't think about
story.
that. Yeah.
We crash and it goes to we're back into the Garamsythe waterway. I guess we punched a hole through the ground, literally solid earth, and went into the waterway. But first off, no injuries. You just got to kind of wipe off some dust off you. No big deal, no big deal. And they're like, hey, well, we should probably go on foot, right? Because there are a bunch of airships in the sky. That's not very good, and all this. But dude, Vaughn, oh, my boy gets called out, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I take it you don't see many Vieras where you're from, hey boy? Or a thief or something like that, right? And then it's like, my name's Vaughn.
He's like, sorry.
Yeah. And I like too how so basically this is also where we find out that his name is Balthier and she's Fran. And he kind of said something earlier too that was really funny. It's like the Ifrit's playing with fire, and I'd rather not get burned. When it came to like going back the way
Yeah.
they came, or just taking like you said, the old-fashioned route on
Yes.
foot. So you'll find out like the leading man, Balthier, he has so many great quotes. He's almost like Oren with how many great quotes
Yeah.
he has in the
Yeah.
game.
He's got pretty good ones. Yeah, poor Vaughn, man. Here's the thing though. Maybe Vaughn was staring and was like, her outfit's pretty scampy. I'm just saying. I mean, it's kind of like, you're in stilettos, lady. You're in stilettos. We are running
It's
through
gonna
a
be uncomfortable
sewer.
hike.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just throwing it out there, but no. So they join you and you just move down a little bit. And now we get the full Gambit tutorial, right? So Balthier will give it through. You got to go through the menus, much like many other Final Fantasies prefer major systems. And so if they did not have this, I think 12 would probably be my least favorite game, honestly, because doing manual like attack, and stuff, oh my gosh, it'd be too much. It's just it's annoying. This system though lets you basically automate all kinds of different actions and things based on basic triggers. And it's fantastic, man.
Yeah, no, exactly. The Gambit system is so cool, totally unique. Right off the bat, there's not a huge amount that you can do, but certainly later on, there's a variety of different gambits, basically scenarios that you can plan for. But essentially, you set up these if then commands that if a certain condition arises, then it does the thing. And you don't actually have to do it yourself, by going into the menus and selecting an item or something like that. So, right off the bat, everybody just has two gambit slots and you really just want to go with something like some sort of an attack. And then another interesting thing too is that how you have it stacked as its priority. So the top one's going to take priority over the bottom one. And, there's just a lot of things to do with it, but basically just, set up some sort of a gambit for attack and one for healing.
Yeah, and especially like in the first few playthroughs, it's a lot of trial and error on like because like you said, the order matters, and sometimes you accidentally forget to put some attacks or you put attacks over healing. So your guy will only attack, he'll never heal because that's the main priority. And I mean, some of these you can get really pretty intense and complicated with them, and you can set up a lot of different things. It's actually a lot of fun. Overall, the system's fantastic. You will unlock more gambits as you go on, and we'll actually unlock most of them pretty soon here. But right now, yeah, you don't have very many. But for attacks, generally I would say probably top ones are something like nearest enemy. And that one is usually pretty good. I mean, you're always going to have a near enemy if you're around enemies, right? So there you go. Only drawbacks is, you've heard me say it plenty of times during things. It's just that in the groups where you have multiple things, maybe some of them are getting really low and you kind of really need to hurry up and kill someone just so because you're taking way too much damage, but maybe a higher health one's near you and then you switch targets and go to them. That's my only problem. You kind of have to chase the enemy you want to kill away around. I prefer lowest to health. Just always take out the smallest ones first anyways. That's generally just kind of a good tactic to do.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that I found out too, and I don't know why this just took me the longest to figure out, is that for the healing, actually don't need to have the gambit that says, ally status equals KO, blind, poison, whatever the case may be. All you have to do is ally any equals Phoenix Sound or, eye drops or antidote or anything like that, and they'll use it whenever they need to.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice to keep in mind. So really at this point, just some attack and then have at least one party member with ally any equals Phoenix down.
Yeah. I mean, that's just to automate that stuff. So, I mean, it's really automated anything. So, if you don't mind using certain abilities and things on your own, then definitely don't put a gambit for it because you are limited. And for healing, I don't know. I think the ones you're given right now, like 30 and 50%, 50% will probably be fine. 30% is usually fine. The thing with the lower percentages is it always seems like the gambits are a little bit late to kick in. So, for instance, if you have like ally health is 30% and you want someone to heal, use cure, it's not really 30%. Usually I feel like it's more kind of around like 25%. It's lower, which that's a problem
Yeah.
because one, it's not healing quick enough. And then two, when you're that low, the healing process can take a moment, right? And so sometimes you'll just get knocked out because they're not healing fast enough. So generally 50% will probably be best for now just to ensure. But hey, you guys do what you want. But potions and cure, that's all you got. It works.
And that's all you really need at this point. So after that little situation, it's the first time where you actually get a three party member team. It's kind of funny. There's right after the crystal, you go down the stairs into the actual waterway, and there's some corpses on the side there. Basically, I guess these guys. Balthier says that they were, some of the insurgents, and they were caught out by the empire and things like that. And
Right.
basically, he just has a funny little line here where he says, "It's like I dare say I've sold my cuffs."
So my
Well,
gosh.
yeah, it's
He's
like
like
if a
looking at him.
yeah, exactly. And he's like, if a prison is in our fortunes by the end of the night, then I hope that they have a change of clothes.
Yes. He deserves finer things, Balthier. Well, there's a map of the Garamsythe waterway further down. You can't actually miss it, so just make sure you pick it up. basically it's the same before, like meaning, it's pretty linear. You do have Fran and Balthier now, though, as we mentioned. So I guess we should probably say what we plan on doing with ours. Remember, we're just doing single jobs. Balthier, we're gonna turn him into a time battle mage. That's crossbows, man, for main thing. And we talked about it, but we can talk about it a little bit more because just crossbows and ammunition in general is so cool in this game because just like other Final Fantasies have had like different effects on hit and stuff, that's how the ammo works. And so it's just really fun that like they got good things that go with it for like a time battle mage. So that would be pretty fun.
And then Fran, God, I'm blanking on what we made her again. What did we
Shikari is
decide?
what we're gonna turn her into.
Shikari, that's right. Yeah, because it's a little bit different. She comes with a bow right off the bat, so I usually like to make her an archer. But Shikari's going to be really interesting because that's kind of a change up for her.
It's daggers, so that's how we'll probably
Yeah.
use her daggers, and so you get a shield. So probably gonna turn into a tank. I mean, that'll be kind of fun and interesting. And then obviously with Shikari, as you go, you can unlock ninja swords. So that's probably what
Yeah.
I'd imagine we'll turn her into. So that'll just pretty fun seeing Stiletto Lady go out with a ninja sword, busting off 8 combos.
Yeah, no, it's going to be pretty cool. But I mean, aside from that, like you said, this is just business as usual, really. It's actually even just easier this time. You just have a lot more of the bats and rats, some more of the ichthons, just very linear, bunch of chests on the way. And you just kind of keep going until you get to a safe crystal.
Yeah. And, well, that's a great place to stop for us. So, we'd like to just thank you all for hanging out, listening to the podcast. It's been a lot of fun doing these episodes. We love 12. It's so much fun digging into it. So, we just thank you for the audience and the support. It just gives us kind of a fun encouragement to continue on doing it.
And make sure we're also doing the playthrough on this, which has just been an absolute blast. So we're trying to kind of keep the podcast episodes similar to the same section of each of the playthrough that we do. Yeah, it's just been a lot of fun so far. So we're going to continue doing that as well.
Yeah, definitely be looking for those to come out. All right, all. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm Mark.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Final Stop for Final Fantasy Talks.